So yes, and like I said, it's some things we learn from it's a kind of like a learned behavior very young, and it's that those types of learned behaviors that we have to ensure that it is a core value that and morals that we apply to our kids and our lives. And even if we don't understand it, we can read it. We can always pray to God, always pray to Jesus Christ and ask Him for understanding on the Bible. Like, God, give me more understanding on the Bible when I'm reading it. Whenever I feel any confusion of it, when I am not understanding it, but I am reading it and I am noticing that I could understand certain things, but I want to completely understand it all when I'm reading it so that I can know exactly what it means. I may already know it, I may already act on it, but I like to understand it a little bit more on the Bible. I think it's very beautiful so that, even when I have my daily days, I can still continue to understand it. And when I do have my child with me and I am reading this to her, if she has any questions, I can answer it. And if it's not me that it's answering it, or it's not me that it's understanding it, then maybe my daughter may understand it on her own. And I only pray this because I believe that every parent would pray the same thing, or should be praying the same thing to their child if at any point it happens to them where they're not understanding. Of course, everybody would love understanding for their kids, and if they have more understanding than I do, that is a blessing to me, because that is just means that their love is so consecrated with you. And I do believe that, and I do believe that is part of it. And if it's not, then it's a growing on faith. And to me, it's just a blessing to just have a child of mine that if there's something I'm not understanding, she's understanding while I'm reading it. It's great, because it happens to us even when we have our teachers. Like, we read something and then our teachers read it for us, and there's like more of understanding when someone reads it to us. Have y'all ever noticed that? And then a lot of people can say, oh yes, that is true. So that's why I pray it. It's something that we all know, and so it's something that some of us should know. Sometimes we can pray something like that and God can answer us. So I am praying for that, and so when I have my child with me again, I can pray this to her, I can read this to her, and she could know it. And I think it's just a lot more of a way to be connected to God and Jesus Christ. It brings us closer to Him, and it makes us understand a lot of things, because like I said, this is basically it's the Holy Bible, but it is a book of life for us to live, because it has instructions and they were set there for a good reason. This book was made for a really good reason.